What's good, chat? It's NQ Chris here. With another daily recap. It is August 25th. Let's get straight into it. Coming in, we had this perfect, in my opinion, pretty good A plus setup. We swept buy side liquidity, or maybe not A plus, not A plus plus. Because we just the only liquidity we swept was buy side liquidity, but we still had buy side liquidity appear. 1 minute inverse. SMT, I know there was an SMT, and then here we could have taken it to. I know there was a couple unfoot 15s, unfoot 5s, the unfoot 4 hour, untapped midnight, and unfoot 15. Unfortunately, I was driving, so I couldn't take it. But after sweeping all the liquidity that we had, I wanted longs to a reversal. Here we have a 15 unfoot 30. So at this point, I want to go down um to sweep out news, because this big ass wick was Trump news, Trump tweet, and I took. So we have a 3 minute there, and we inverse it pretty cleanly. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't on my phone when this was going on. So whenever I did go on, I placed a limit at the fair value gap, the inverse fair value gap, and unfortunately we didn't see a single green dollar here. ES sweeps to this high. We're respecting the 15-minute rejection block, the consequent encouragement, the 50% line. And I just decided to hold. I took this on the eval, full port, to be honest with you. I have 4,900. 49, it was like 49.9, something like that. Held because I had pretty strong conviction that the news would get taken. Here we didn't go break even because it clearly doesn't tap, so I hold. And at this point, I think it was that point, I added 3 contracts. I think I entered with maybe 10, something like that. And I added 3 because I was like, you know what? This is taking too long. At this point, I've already been holding for 2 hours. So I was like, this is taking too long. I'm just gonna add more contracts. So we add 3, and we sweep this low. I'm still holding. I'm still holding. At this point, in all honesty, I should have closed. At this point, we're at $1,000 in profit. I wanted 1,500 to just consistency stuff, but I should have paid attention. We had a SMT, and unfortunately, we ended up getting break even. So I still want continuation longs. Here we tap 5, inverse it. We have an SMT here. In all honesty, again, I wasn't paying attention to this. I wasn't on the market, but we inverse this 5. So we inverse this 5. You could have had the stops here, and then you could have gone for this unfoot 5. There was also an unfoot 15 somewhere, or you could have just gone for something like this. But if you were looking for the unfoot 5, this one would have ended up winning. I'll show you guys right here. Sooner or later, I believe. Oh no, you wouldn't have. I guess if you would have had it at the recent high, that would have worked. But I didn't take that. I took this. In all honesty, pattern trade, CD tier trade, taps into 5. We have a low time frame SMT. There's no fair value gap. So why isn't it working? I don't know why it's not working. Let's reload it. Um, Um, so here we don't have a fair value gap to go off of. So in all honesty, we have the SMT, we have the continuation tapping into an unfold 5. At this point, I just ended up taking the CISD, change in state of delivery. We took it here. We had break even at these highs and um TP at 1 to 1.5, just due to consistency, and we finally tap break even. So now at this point, I'm break even here. I added contracts. I think I entered with like 20 contracts. I added 10, um, making my trade end up going to here. But we ended up raising our stop loss to somewhere right here, I believe. And again, I messed up. At this point, I am up. I think it's like $900, $1,000, and I wanted the 50% consistency, so the 1,500. And I really thought that we would tap this unfoot 5, and unfortunately, we just couldn't get it done. So uh, my eval account is at 48.8, I believe. In all honesty, my fault, but when we went break even, I went break even at I had a limit order for 20 cells instead of 30. So when I realized that we were break even, I was already down $170. So it is what it is. We lost. We ended up losing that $170 or something like that. If I'm not gonna count that as a loss, we got break even. But um, hopefully within this next week, the good trades I'm actually paying attention to. Um, but that's pretty much it. So I'll catch you guys in the next recap. Peace.